Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Messages of Love from Above on a beautiful, rainy, thundery, lightning evening here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So if the power cuts out and I disappear, do not panic. It's okay. It just means the electricity went out, but I don't think it's going. Let me get my desktop all set up. You might notice we're a little higher up than we were. During my little break in between, I exchanged tables out, and you will see some changes over the next couple of days, if not over next week. Because I'm switching back. I like my beautiful tapestry of Om symbols, and so we're going back to that. And I like the bigger table, higher up, the feng shui. I'm going to move things around. We'll have a better flow of energy for me, which I appreciate. So you'll be seeing some changes. Hey, everybody. Welcome. So before we get into everything, I do want to send some love out to the world. If you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, you can always join. And I'm going to start off taking a big, deep breath and coming back to right here, right now. And as we take a breath in, hold it for maybe a count of 5. And then just either through the nose or mouth, just kind of have a... And when we do that, we let the chaos fall away. And then we'll replace it when we hit the singing bowl. So let's start off, big, deep breath. Hold. And release. Beautiful. And as I hit the singing bowl, we let the love from above. Actually, I need to raise my microphone a little bit. There we go. And we just let that love fill us up and flow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful. Put her back over here. Let her finish out her song. All right. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me in doing that. And before we get into everything, let me just make sure if you were coming in to or holding to come in and you saw the little video intro, every first of the month, YouTube gives me 10 of my Zen Cricket YouTube channel memberships to give away. The first Saturday of the month, which will be next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, I'll be giving away 5 in the morning and 5 in the evening. So this video that is here and on the intro is just telling you how you can make sure, if you're interested, to have your membership free membership acceptance gifting whatever it's set to on. So that will tell you all about that. I just like to give everybody a warning the weekend before so that you can take time to do that if you wish. And then I have a ton of free things that I like to make sure everyone knows. We've got a Leo new moon alert. Leo new moon is next week, and we're, excuse me, asking about what unseen thing is being spotlighted for you to see. So there's a wonderful pick a card, and it tells you how to make the most of those new moon wishes that will be coming up. Of course, with Leo new moon, that means we are in Leo season. So happy birthday to all you Leo sun babies. There's a pick a card for all of us for Leo season, but for Leo sun babies, you have a special bonus 3-month forecast. So be sure to check that out and wish any of your Leo sun baby friends a happy birthday, and you can forward them that link if you want. We also have with Leo season a special Lionsgate portal on August 8th. It's a very special one. It's where the sun in Leo lines up with the Earth and Orion and the Sirius A star, and it makes this portal normally. And this time, because of all the energy going on, the spirit shared with me that they have these 8 gates that are special 8 gates that are opening that will last from now all the way until next August 8th to help us through this next year. There's evidently going to be a little bit of opportunity for chaos, which we probably knew that already, but be sure to check that out. I was going to put it out on July 31st, but they had me put it out last Saturday. So be sure to check that out. And you can choose from as many of those as you wish. And can you believe August is next week? So we have our August monthlies out there for each individual zodiac sign if you want some details on your August month there. We also have the solstice relationship readings that we put out on when the solstice started. Those are still good for a couple months. And this splits it out by each individual zodiac sign, a video for each. And within each video, it splits it out by um, single and looking, relationship or married, and then happy hermit. So it's not always all about love and, romantic relationships. It's also about relationships in general and what spirit wants us to know. So be sure to check those out. And then also, if you haven't checked out my cozy Care Bear, Sue is one of my. I'm gonna call them the cozy Care Bears. And with my podcast from chaos to cozy, instead of weekly, I'm changing it to monthly. But I'm also introducing some individuals to everyone. People that are so far they're in my praying mantis group, where if we get to know each other because it's a smaller group really more deeply, and we discuss our chaos and things that they've used to transform it. So these podcasts are them sharing some modalities that they offer and provide, things that they've experienced themselves. And so we have a new one coming out this Sunday too. But be sure to check out Sue and give her some love there too. All right, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about here. Let's get rid of that and we will get into it. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. So happy to have you here. We have a wonderful group of people. Thank you, all of you returning that are my regulars. I am so happy to have you as part of my tribe, and that we're in this journey together this lifetime. I'm sure we've been in other lifetimes too, but we chose to come together virtually from all across the world. And so thank you for bringing your energy and your love. How the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, and then spirit knows what you're wanting. We'll pull cards and do that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper, pulling more cards. Usually I pull like 1 to 2 cards for the free readings, but I dive deeper for the donations. And then once I'm done, I return back and continue down the free readings. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom of the chat, or in the description box of the video, I do have my PayPal my Venmo, my Cash App, and Square. And I don't look at dollar amounts. I know everyone's finances vary. So I just, whatever you can give from your heart is perfect. So there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get started. I'm going to switch over to these craft cards. And these are the standard Rider Waite, just a different color to them, which I like. It's just a nice combo. So we will start there. Right, so I do have a couple of donation. Nelia, thank you so much for your dual donations here. So I'll give these a shuffle and we'll start with you. So we'll start with the sticker. So thank you for that donation. And okay, your free reading is up there. Thank you for always titling them. It helps bruddaZEN. So thank you. So you'd like a general reading on true love. Anyone heading your way unexpectedly soon and where, etc., etc. All right, let's take a look here and see anyone headed your way unexpectedly. Let's take a look here. All right, okay. I think so here. So you have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and the Page of Swords can represent like new communication coming in, because swords is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, things like that, but also communication. So I do feel like you're going to be having that. And I'll take a look here and see. Pages sometimes, because it's like number 11, whereas the Ace of Swords would be brand spanking new communication. Page of Swords can be a rehashment, like a reconnection with someone. And especially with the Six of Cups that came out here, which is someone coming back from the past, in addition to past life connections, it could be a rekindling of something. It won't be something that you don't want. It'll be, it would be someone that you're like interested in. And let me just cover some of this up here. Let's see. We'll do it this way. There we go. Make it YouTube acceptable. You got the Lovers card and the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is like gathering, celebration, marriage, or wedding. And the Lovers is, of course, important relationship. And what I'm feeling with this coming in here with the where, I don't know if you're invited to a wedding soon or a gathering, a celebration of some sort. I just feel like it's like the scenario that's running through my head is like you go to this wedding, you weren't expecting to see anyone that it just wasn't on your mind, but it's like someone is flying in, coming back for the wedding or the gathering, the special celebration, and boom, they're like, oh my god, and they're like, hey, and you kind of reconnect that way. So I see all this, and there's this stability. I mean, you've got the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, so there's this new opportunity that comes in. And four is the number of home, and we've got the Hermit. So it's like someone that's been away, and I feel like they're coming home. And it could be that um, that they're moving back as well. And so they've um, come back for this celebration or whatever, but now they're going to be staying or be moving back soon, and so that makes this reconnection very special. So I feel like that's what's coming in for that one there, Nelia. So you're like, run to the mailbox, any wedding invitations or party invitations. It's going to be some sort of important celebration, though, but that's what's coming in for that one. So, all right. So thank you again for that donation. And then your second one with the cool shades. You like a general reading on Megan's upcoming new job, her relations with staff, dentist, patients, etc., Will she be happier there? All right. Well, we'll take a look here. Thank you so much for sending all the love, the light, and support. I appreciate that. Got some great storms coming in, which will wash away a lot of pollen, but it just takes a little bit. All right. So let's take a look here in general on Megan here. See, is she going to like this new job better here? All right. Does seem like this new place is going to be more along the lines of, let's see here. I forget that there's nudity in the old cards. Got the star card, dreams come true type of card. Underneath that, we even have the sun card, which is joy and celebration, and one of the most beneficial cards. So very bright, just overall energy on the bottom of the deck here. So it feels like it's going to go well here. The extent at which it is here, yeah, definitely a change of mindset is it's just like I feel like it's a reboot, a restart of sorts. So we have the two of wands. The extent to which she enjoys it, of course, is going to be her choice with the two of wands, because whatever she focuses her energy on is what's going to grow and expand. We got the six of swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking, embracing new ways of thinking, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So we like that. We also have the World card, which is an ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventure coming in, and the Knight of Swords. So, Knight of Swords is a movement, pursuit of higher truth and communication. So I really feel there's a great opportunity for to have it like be this dream come true. And if you're able, if she's open to it, just mention, the whole whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. So if you focus on your fears and what you want and miss and all that, then that grows lower vibrational. But if you go in and just grateful for everything, focusing on higher vibrational things, and that draws in higher vibrational experiences. Because if I focus in on my lower shadow, lower vibration, doesn't matter where I go, there I am, and I'm going to bring those experiences with me. But this whole reboot and restart and power of choice coming in is like there can be, I feel like it's going to be successful regardless, but the extent, is it going to be a dream come true or is it going to be a job I enjoy, is all dependent upon her energy, which is where we want it. So, so it feels good though. I just really feel like there's just an important ownership of energy that's important for her there. Right. So that's what's coming in for her. So thank you again. And we'll hit your free reading here. We might be able to get to it here momentarily because it's not a very busy night. So we might finish everything up. But before we jump up to the free readings, I do have one more donation that came in. Hey, Brenda, thank you for your donation. Good to see you. And thanks for the little unicorn, the rainbow unicorn. And you want to know a general in love, what's coming towards you for today and tomorrow? All right. All right, so what does Spirit want you to know about love for today and tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow might be a little more exciting. Let's take a look here and see what we got coming in. All right, yeah. So the bottom of the deck overall, you've got this Eight of Wands coming in here, which is a lot of passionate energy. So, I don't know, is it full moon leftovers? Are they howling at the moon again? I don't know. But they're like, just be aware there's a lot of fiery, passionate energy out there. For today, you have the Page of Pentacles, which is this new opportunities. Year ago, no, nah. I mean, out there is, Not saying it's you. I would say there's this, they're on the prowl. But yeah, the Page of Pentacles, which is this new opportunity opening up today. Um, but I just with these other cards, like tomorrow, you've got all of these things here. You've got the thief and the deceiver coming in tomorrow with that seven of swords. You've got the devil card, you've got the queen of cups and the queen of pentacles. So there's three parts cups, one part, without the devil card in there. You've with the queen energy, and I feel like this is like, you know, mother nature, mother nurture, queen of pentacles, this queen of cups. Really follow your gut and intuition with anyone in any interactions tomorrow, because I feel like there's going to be some um, deception afoot. They're just trying to, oh, I'm all about romance and love and everything else. But really, their pants are on fire because they're lying, and they're also very um, woofy, howling at the moon, like a little bit. Like I always call it the little chihuahua running around humping legs, right? It's like, nah, I'm not falling for that. And the devil card is the shaking and the rattling of my thoughts, my beliefs, my mindsets. And um, it just comes in to shake and rattle our cage, to show us our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, the fears that are there. Yeah, right. You're like, "Bzzz," and you're like, mm-mm. You're all, lies, lies. Liar, liar, pants on fire. But I feel like this is just, it's like these reminders. It's like, yeah, it's a good kind of laboratory to test your intuition, to go, yeah, these are just, they're not being true, because finding someone who has their inner love expanded, where they can give and receive love in great ways, is the challenge, especially in this day and age. Well, I would say in this day and age, there's more, actually, people that do therapy, that do self-help, that actually understand things, because it's okay to talk about. Whereas before, it used to be, finding, especially a straight man, who would do inner work, was, frowned upon. That was, a wuss. And they wouldn't, no, no, I can handle it. But they didn't have a whole lot of self love. So all they could give is security through the physical world, and intimacy, and pretend, give the little bit of emotion that they could. And what, women were taught, well, be happy with that, right? Because that's all they can give. But, you know, I just feel like it's time for you tomorrow. Yeah, so I just feel like um, that's the type of energy for tomorrow. I don't feel like there's anything substantial. I feel like it's more of a laboratory for you to kind of go what you want and what you don't want. And, right? Me time sounds golden. You're like, you know, I just feel like if you're on any kind of dating app or something like that, I feel like you just get the same old person in a different body. And you're just like, all right. Right. The queen. I'm the queen. I love it. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Some good clarification time for you, and good laboratory to test um, your intuition, and be aware. You're going in with eyes wide open, so I feel good about it. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, right. You're like, oh, what's going on here? But they are out there. I just don't know if it's gonna learn them, meet them through dating sites. It's like Um, you know, I feel like you're gonna meet them doing something you love to do, and they're not looking, and you're not looking, and you're, doing something, and you're just like, "Hey," and you strike up a conversation, a great conversation. Yeah, not falling for that this time. Bozos. So I love it. You're so funny, Brenda. Many blessings, my dear. All right, Natalia. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there since it lets me. And thank you for that. So Libra, Travis. Oh, Natalie, Libra, Travis, Leo. Will he contact you soon? I get it. All right. Nice day to you too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I raised my table. I like this other table. I can feel the energy changing already. All right. Blessings to you. All right, let's take a look here. Is this Leo? Is he going to contact you soon? And what do we want to know? Of course, we always get a little bit nosier while we're tapping into the energy. While you're breaking into the safe, don't just take the thing you want. Look at all these other goodies. I don't know what's happening to me today. But anyway, well, you got the two of swords on the bottom of the deck, which is like the kind of undecided yet. They're standing at the fork in the road about communication. But you got one card, which is two cards, right? Then you got two cards and then two cards. So there's this kind of, well, we'll see what this struggle is, what they're going back and forth between. Okay. Yeah, so we've got here on one side they're looking at, the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about fullness, relationship, fullness of life, but also the Ace of Pentacles, which they're wondering, it's like, do I want to enter into like relationships, and do I want to head that direction, or do I want, you know, freedom in their head. Not that they look at the other as non-freedom, but they're like less expectations, you know, because they're like weighing it out. It's like they're doing a cost benefit analysis. And on one hand, that's a very big thing for them because they're like they see the fullness that can come from something. Oh, I love that. But then there's but it's like they have this all or nothing with this 10 and 1. It's like I'm either going to go all in, or I need to let them let you go and find someone you deserve. That's what these other cards are here. Because, well, on the bottom of the deck too, we've got, oh my gosh, they are definitely doing a lot of thinking with the King of Swords, the Justice card that has pretty much, it's almost like the kind of similar energies, and then the Hierophant too, which is trying to find their capital Chi truths, right? So they're trying to figure everything out, and and you know uh they're trying to figure everything out. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, so the decision to go slow, or the Six of Swords to move forward, right? So there is this do I want to speed things up, or do I want to go slow? Uh, Going in here too at the same time. Let's see what these other two cards are. Yeah, yeah. And then then they've got the Chariot and the Knight of Swords, which is a lot of thinking, a lot of changing of mindsets, and it's like almost feels like the fools rush in. The Chariot, they're just like, or go for the gold and just go all in. So I see that these cars were all connected in a way. So they've got you know they've got this all or nothing mentality that comes in, and that's what the challenge is, right? Because when we live in a block, and I know I'm a you're long distance. Oh, cool. we are like this. I was a perfectionist when I was growing up. It was all or nothing. I was either a success or failure. Gray, what's that? It's black or white. Psh. And I feel like that's kind of where they're at. It's like it's all or nothing. I either have to commit fully to it and go all in, or we have to cut it off, and I need to let them go find it. I'm like, well, what about the gray? Can't you just kind of share and grow together and all that? And that's the whole thing. He's like that. Yeah. So it's like, dude, we can go slow, but that's the Leo energy too. That fire, right? It wants to pounce or go look for other prey. And it's like it's deciding, do I want to pounce, or do I want to, go look for other, like I said, not necessarily like prey, but but I like it. I feel like that they're gonna figure things out, and I feel like you have some great amount of patience. I don't know. Let's see. What did you say you were? A Libra. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, balance. I was gonna say, I just feel like you have that where you can be like, hey, what about we swim in the world of gray, and that it's okay, you know? Let's just take it a step at a time and enjoy the journey, enjoy you know, it's not about the destination, it's about getting to know one another, and trust and communicate, and we'll adapt, and we'll figure things out. It's all about the adventure. And I think if you approach it as an adventure, that will resonate with lionhood. Because lions don't like to be caged, but they also depends on the rest of his chart and his upbringing. Because I sense that, that black and whiteness in there, that it um, can feel like they're conflicted, like something within them. And I wonder if they have like an air moon, because it just feels constricting. It feels like a battle between their passion, their heart, and their mind. And it's like, um, if you can make it like an adventure, then they might be like, oh, okay. And so you can use your Libra beautiful mind to do it. August 6th, 1976. Wow, so he's coming up here. Um, not too long here. We'd need to know like where, even time, we don't absolutely need, but if you know where he was born, you can always pull a chart. Find out what's going on. What's going on? Because we're all soups. But I feel like that's what they're trying to figure out. And if you Milford, Delaware, yeah, maybe we'll have to, yeah, email me, Natalia, at my email address is in the description box of the video, but it's bruddaZEN at gmail.com. Share that information, that way I can look at it later. And just put in there the Leo, his date of birth and where he's born, and we can pull a chart from like astro.com and just get some basics. We'll pull it like he was born at noon, just kind of get the energies and see here. But I feel like there's like he's conflicted, but if you reach out and make it like a game, like not like playing games, but an adventure, and then I think that would help him decide too, because I feel like he's torn between the all or nothing. And if you just kind of approach it like that, like we're going on a safari hunt, but he doesn't realize the hunter has become the hunted. Uh-oh, dun dun dun. Little does he know. but I like it. So that's what's coming in right now, Natalia. So do that, and I should be able to get to it. Well, it depends. It might like maybe Sunday, but I'll see where my energy is at because I've got a lot happening over the weekend. But we can try to find out. It won't take too long anyway. Absolutely, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. That'd be fun. All right. So many blessings to you. And then, hey, Liz, hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. You want a temperature check on Tony the Aquarius. His feelings towards you. Oh no, serious phone tag. Well, we're also in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. And so that starts impacting communication too. So if we're like challenged, that can, you know, kind of come in there. So, all right, let's take a look here. It's so funny. Because you just got the Two of Swords, which is what we just had as the undercard for Natalia with her communication. But let's take a look here and do a check in on feelings. Okay. And I feel like they want that one, but they want this one too. And that one too. All right. So 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. It's so funny. So the card that came flying out is the Two of Swords, which is the split communication, which is like you said, maybe I'll keep that in the back of my head for the future. That could mean phone tag. So I do see the communication is split, and but they are talking about that. But we're looking at their emotions and the check in, their feelings towards you. We have the King of Pentacles. This feels pretty solid. They roll over all of the, you know, Pentacle suit. So that's the outside world, feels pretty solid. But it also feels like they are really motivated trying to get their life, the outside world, you know, solid and constructed and reinforced. So I do see that kind of energy that they're torn between getting all this stuff accomplished in the outside world and then emotion, you know. So it kind of feels like way out of balance for him right now. But you've got four sets of two. Let's see what the little thing is going on here. Yeah. So we definitely have the Queen of Swords balancing of the head and the heart, and the Ten of Swords here. We've got this it's like it's an ending and a new beginning kind of energy, but it's like they are getting to the point where they can't take this energy that they have of trying to please everyone all the time. And I feel like there is this, again, the balancing of the head and the heart is this too, right? Um yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and you'd think here with him being an Aquarius, he'd be a master communicator, but maybe the rest of his chart is static. Let's see what comes in here. Yeah, the Hermitude and the Three of Wands about, that what do they need all this alone time for? Let me take a look here. Yeah. See, we got a lot of Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. He's not going to school, too, is he? Is he like burning the candle at like 50 ends? Because I just feel like here there's a lot of knowledge with this Ace of Swords, trying to see things from a different perspective. But the High Priestess here, too, is this, the hidden and the unknown and the diving deep into things. It's with these other ones I hear too. And the Magician and the Devil card coming in here. So we can do this. These coming in together too. Oh, okay. Well, that would explain the magician. The devil card, it just feels like, every single one of these except for the hermit here has a lot of knowledge. Well, that makes sense too with the high priestess, right? Being spiritual and very psychic and very connected to their spiritual gifts. But it does feel here like they're going through a lot of mental change, which air sign, I'm an Aquarius sun too. Just so if I talk about Aquarians, it's because I am one. I don't mean to diss any sign. We just have different expressions of things, and I just feel like they're really, I don't want to use the word troubled, uh, conflicted. Conflicted is a good word because I just feel like they've got a lot of transformation happening. Leo rising. Okay. Oh yeah. Yay. So yeah, that Leo rising, they see the world through the eyes of adventure and this Leo energy. Um kind of seeing the about and this makes sense with this trying to grow, trying to be seen, trying to and I don't know if they're trying to grow their business and so they're doing overdoing things. Um, I kind of feel with all this air energy too, like over communication, trying to do too many. And this is where that feeling of burning their candle at too many ends is coming in here. And it does feel like, like they've just got too much going on. And I don't feel like they're taking here their alone time. And so that is not helping their matters because, when you're doing spiritual business and sharing spiritual stuff, it's like working in the family business. If your only connection with spirit is when you're doing the work, it's like so if you're working at a family business and the only time that you're working with, your or seeing your families when you're working with them, you begin to have a working relationship and not a personal relationship. And I feel like that they're trying to do that and they're realizing that and I just feel like they're doing so many things, trying to expand some stuff. I don't know if they're writing as well. Just feels like there's a lot of scribing, a lot of thinking, a lot of communicating, a lot of planning, a lot of it's time. I gotta do this and I gotta do that and all these ideas and I feel like they're hitting some conflicts here too. But, we were wanting to talk about your emotions, but what's coming in here is how busy they are and how in their head they are. And you being an Aquarius, you get it, right? You know how our CEO over our lives is that Aquarius rebel, want to change the world, want to help the world energy, while at the same time, in a way we kind of go again don't want people telling us what to do, who to be, or any of that. And so uh there's this huge drive that they have going on here trying to make things successful. And so I don't there's like not hardly any cups here except on the bottom. Well, I guess on the bottom of the deck you have the you know, 7 of cups, which is a lot of emotional confusion, but, yeah, I don't feel like there's anyone else. I'm like the thing is, like, one of my friends, she's married to an Aquarius, and when I told her, how in Aquarius men are a little, straight men are very, can be very different than feminine, um, Aquarius in that and it depends on the rest of your chart too, but they tend to be seen by people as unfeeling and unemotional, Well, we're water bearers. We are able to contain water in vessels, emotions in vessels. And my friend, she was like, "Yeah, I know." She goes, "I just have to ask every once in a while, hey, can I have some emotion?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry," because they get in their head, they get into the stuff, and then we forget, right? And that's what, and I can relate because I haven't been in a relationship in over a decade, and I don't miss it because I get my connection emotionally I have with friends, but everyone that I do readings with, I feel like I'm experiencing it, and I'm like I get a my passion out of living my dream, and so I don't feel like it's not that he's not into you or that there's someone else. I just feel like he's got consumed by the the dream, and that Aquarian energy of I want to help change the world. It's that Aquarian core energy that we have. It's the age of Aquarius, type of thing. You just have to um, give them space. The more we try to contain an Aquarius, the more they slip through the fingers, right? It's kind of like just knowing that this is the how it is, you know, emotionally with an Aquarius kind of energy. The Leo rising, they see the world through passion too, and so it's like go 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 kind of energy that I'm feeling there. But I don't know. But I don't feel like there's anyone else. I feel like their dream is their life, and they forget sometimes that they put everyone in a bucket altogether. You know, romance, friends, family, whoever. It's a bucket of the world. We love everybody, right? So, I just feel like what might help here too. Yeah, and you got the moon energy. So I wonder what Mooney has. But you might um, focus on gratitude for him, and even just you know, and have it be sincere, have it be in your heart. Focus on what you love about him, what you enjoy, not where they're falling short. Because as we focus on where someone's falling short, that energy expands that. And we're like, that's not what I want. I don't want to focus on how they're not communicating. I want to focus on like a gratitude journal of, oh, both Libra moons. So, yeah, so there's that air moon too. So, wow, air moons and air. Well, at least it's Libra, which is a relationship house, but you got this focus of gratitude, 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 like a gratitude journal, all the things I love about them, what I enjoy about them. And then when we focus on that, that's what grows instead of when we have expectations, and we look and go, you know, that's what sucks life out of a relationship because we're focusing on who someone's not being instead of having gratitude for who someone is being. And that energy, even if it's not what we're wanting, it actually pushes things away. Especially if it's like, well, I miss hanging out, I miss talking to them. Oh, we're telling the universe, I enjoy missing talking to them and hanging out with them. So can you push them farther away? It's like, oh, so when we focus on gratitude, then we draw them in. And then even if we share it with someone, and we tell someone, you know what I love about you, blah 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 blah, or what I appreciate about you. If you don't want to use the word L yet, you can say, you know what I appreciate about you. You know what's great about you, blah 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 blah. And they're like, really? Then that makes them want to hang out more. Um, but it's got to be sincere and real, and of course specific, and then and then you just let that energy take care of it. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps, Guerra. But I don't feel like there's anyone else. That's what I feel is happening. They just need a reminder. Even here's the star card on the bottom. The Aquarius energy. They just need a reminder to pour some of that emotion out. so, so that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then I had a donation come in via the PayPal. So Shay Shay, thank you so much for your donation. Good to see you. I am well. Oh yeah, and don't worry about donation amounts. You're very welcome. Enjoy that. My first relationship was also Aquarius, and Aquarius on Aquarius is a challenging. You either join together to save the world or you have conflict over who's going to rule the relationship. So that's what happens. All right. You're short. Good things come in small packages, Shay Shay. So you wonder if new love is coming in this week. All right, let's take a look. See what is coming in here. Is there new love coming in this week? And what do we need to know? Oh, okay. Surprise. Let's see what that is. What is this? This is like the third time in a row that I got the two of swords coming in. So what is this? Well, we're in Gemini. No, we're not in Gemini today. We're in Taurus. What Gemini's coming up? Gemini moon in a couple of days. But interesting that it's the fork in the road. Let's see what all this is here, because that is interesting. What is all of this? All right. All right. Well, I don't feel like there's any coming in this, this week, because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is slowest moving knight out of them all. Whenever we get a slow horse or card, when we're talking about relationships, that just means that there's a slow, kind of come in, where it's given us time to really look at ourselves and know what's happening there. And we do have, there's this change of energy with the King of Wands and the Five of Wands. They're like watching the battle, but they're able to sit back and watch drama. And I feel like next week there's drama around you, but with this King of Wands, it allows you to sit in the middle, like the eye of the storm, and watch the storm raging around you. But I do feel like there's this pocketing, because these three cards came out together, which you've got the Queen of Cups, which is all about a big emotional time for you next week, where you're really sitting and diving deep into some stuff that's below the surface here. And it feels like it does have to do with the Five of Pentacles. No drama, please. That's what's great, is you can just watch it. You don't have to get involved in it. And I don't feel like it touches you, but it touches several people around you. And the mama in you wants to like jump in and make everything better, but don't. Just sit back and go, these are all adults. They get to all take care of themselves. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to manage my relationship with each individual, but their interactions with each other are none of my business this week. Bzz, 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 right? Because this Five of Pentacles is like you're kind of just sitting back and and looking at your feelings of lack, your feelings of feeling abandoned, left alone, left behind. And I feel like that's the kind of energy that's bubbling up. But I like the full card with all this, because I just feel like what triggers this, I feel, is like you're watching the drama, and rather than you having to experience it yourself, you're witnessing people's different emotions. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups too, very empathic, you're picking up people's emotions and you're going, okay, what of this is mine being triggered underneath and what is theirs? And I feel like there's this great separation that's happening here next week where you get to truly go, okay, so this isn't mine, but okay, but this is, or, and if you haven't checked out, I got a couple of videos called the empathic bubble or the empath bubble. Yeah, you're right. You're like, it has begun. Um, so you've got the empath bubble and then the real gift of the empath. And these might help because they do talk about, the episode 9 specifically talks about we learn the difference between what is someone else's emotion, that I'm picking up, um, what's my emotion independently, and then what is my trigger that's popping up because it's our little inner child is feeling someone else's emotions and going, ooh, 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 I have that too. Here, let's feel that too. And you're just like, no. But I feel like that's what's coming in here is this, you know, awareness. You're be able to sit in this bubble. You're able to sit in this, eye of the storm. I don't know if you ever saw Welcome Back, Cotter, but that's what they're showing me. Um, Arnold Horshack. He's like, ooh, 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 ooh. And so it's but this helps you identify and then be able to put up a bubble where other people's emotions get stuck in it. And but you might, if it's still being stuck here, your inner child can still be going, oh, I feel that, I want to feel that too, but and you're like, no. um but it helps mute it, it's not so loud, and then you can take a deep breath. That's what I feel like is happening with these cards. And even have your inner child right here. Speaking of, with the sun card, here's our inner child. So I don't feel like love is coming in next week, but I feel like there's some important awareness that comes in because it really gets you in tune with yourself and allows you to have more peace. It's like it's preparing you so that when love does come your way, you're not picking up all of their emotions as your own, or if you're out somewhere, you're not picking up everyone's else and then having a fight because you're been triggered and your fight or flight mode is on. And so your pet hissing cat attacks your little shogun warrior. Meow, psh, 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 So I like this. Yeah. So that makes sense. So don't avoid your sister. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But study first, watch those videos and then take her in little bits and pieces, right? And then just go, okay. And even something that you can do is, as you after you kind of listen to these and look at them, go, okay, so now let me go back in my mind, rewind and go back to that situation and go back to that situation. Kind of just, don't you can still be in this wonderful peaceful place while you think about drama of the past and go, oh wow. So in this wasn't me, this was them. Because you can even go back and it's like you go back as the future self and you go back in time and relook at something and go, wow, I see the truth of things. And so I like that. So that's what they have for you, Shay Shay. I like it. So no love yet. No love right now. Now it's time for hermitude. It's a week for preparing. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. And I think that is it for the donations. You're a Virgo, so it works. Yeah. Yeah. The hermit. Yeah. Hermit energy. Virgo. So you're like, yes, yes, yes. I'm going to take care of me. No stress. But that's the whole thing, sitting in the eye of the storm. If you ever see a hurricane, sometimes the sun is shining in the eye of the storm, and while everything's raging and people are just like, "Oh, it's so nice," And that's how it can be. So I like it. All right. So that is it for the donations for right now. Chaos, right? We definitely have that in the outside world right now. So I'm going to scroll to the top and begin with the free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, of any kind, I do prioritize those. So if you guys want to do that, I'll keep an eye out if you want yours brought to be next. And so until then, we have content is up first for the first free reading. So you want to know, will you see R next week? All right, let's take a look here. Will you see R next week? I don't feel like you will with the Three of Swords, because that's the expectations equal disappointment. We got the Wheel of Fortune, which is your human's going to be fine with it. So that's I don't know whether if you ever saw Harry Potter when Harry Potter's redheaded friend, um I can't remember. Anyway, they were reading Coffee Grounds or something, and he was like, "Well, it looks like that you're going to have pain and destruction, but you're going to enjoy it." That's almost what I what I feel in my head with this. But it's like, well, no, you're not going to have that, but there's other things that fill up your week where you're okay with it. Your human feels like it's the tune of for you, the fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, right? And it's like, all right, it's okay. So something grabs your attention or some things, and you just feel like okay with it all. So I don't feel like they will, but something else happens in its place that you're happy about. So I like that for you. All right, so that's what they have for you, content. And then Nelia Medeiros, your free reading. Thank you again for your multiple donations. Anything coming towards you? All right. Yeah, you've got this full card and the strength card. So two major arcana, and the full card is this. It's the first card in the major arcana. It's a brand new adventure. It's a brand new um, path that has less restriction on it. This Leo energy, when I get this combo, it's so much about not wanting um, to be caged. This lion energy, Leo energy with the full card. It's just like there's this freedom that comes in. And I feel like this is a someone, anyone comes towards you, but it's someone, it could be even an actual Leo, but it's fiery type of energy. So it could be just a fire sign. But they have this childlike energy, fire signs do, which is so it's like delicious because they see the world full of possibilities and excitement and adventure. And I feel like that's what someone wants to take you on an adventure coming up in doesn't mean like actual traveling on an adventure, but an emotional, mental, something very fun. And um and I feel like it's important just to go with it and enjoy the adventure. Don't have any expectations. Don't, try to control it, define it. Just enjoy it and let it be what it is. Because I feel like it's an important thing for you to experience and do is to allow that to kind of come forward. So that's what they have for you now. Yeah. So many blessings to you. And then Lucky, you want to know, is Bobby coming around to talk to you while on his shift? Last time we spoke was early April. He's an Aquarius, you're a Pisces. Yeah. So whoa, okay. What is happening here? Yeah, I can see here. Here's the Pisces energy with the Queen of Cups. And but we've got all this King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles coming in here too. I feel like he's like working so much. I don't know if he got another job too. It just feels like he's investing so much in accomplishing things, doing things, trying to get ahead, trying to build up money, trying to build up solidity of the outside world, which is kind of interesting with Aquarius, but it can be um, some other stuff in his chart too that they're trying to achieve and store up. I almost feel like they're wanting to build up income so they can live their dream and do something different. But I just feel like they're like working a ton of overtime or working a second job or something. So I don't feel like I feel like they're just kind of exhausted. They're just like going, 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 and and wanting to do more, if that makes sense. So I don't feel like their focus is in that part of their life. It's funny, we've been talking a lot about Aquarians in this today. There was some other individuals that aren't getting communication, and there is this energy of work, 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 which, you know, Pluto is in Aquarius, which is transiting, making us want to do so much and also feeling exhausted at the same time. But there's yeah, I feel like they're just, yeah, even with the Ace of Swords, they're just looking for new clarity on their life. And but part of that is living the dream, and what is that dream? And so I feel like they're saving a lot of money up for to head off on something, if that makes sense. But that's what's going on right now, Lucky. I just feel like they're overburdening themselves. So there you go. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Patricia, you keep hearing an ad on the radio for Milton. Oh, Hershey in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Used to live there. And what is spirit? Why is this happening? Is there a reason? Maybe you're being called to have some chocolate. Hershey's chocolate. Yum, yummy. Let's take a look here. What is this? Is this a sign? What is it for if it is a sign? No. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind and seeing things from a higher perspective. You can see they've got the Ace of Swords that they're sleeping on here. Well, here's the Ace of Swords, and the Justice's hand in balancing things out here. I feel like with the messages coming in here, and if there's any kind of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, any fears that were reinforced and created there, this definitely with this combination is that they're bringing back memories from Hershey. Like, not that you have to move back there, go there, whatever. It's about what you experienced while you were there, and they're trying to help balance and bring some peace to some belief systems that were sparked and created when you lived there. So I feel like it's an important thing to just kind of think about your life that you had there, and some things that were fears that were very ignited, so that you can look at them now, because you're not the same person you were then. So you can look at them and transform them and see them from a different perspective. So that's what I feel is coming in, is that they want you to kind of just take a look at those, and there's peace that can be found and balance that can be found with that too. Right. So that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. He's a working too much kind of guy. Yeah, what is that? I guess it's better than being a slacker, right? Maybe, I don't know. All right. And then Miniheel, you're up. What unexpected thing is coming to you? Let's take a look here. What unexpected thing is coming to you? All right. Cards are flying. All right. So you do have the Knight of Cups. So unexpected thing heading your way is that love will come out of nowhere with the Knight of Cups. But the Eight of Cups is kind of a precursor, and it won't happen until you've kind of taken an inventory of your emotions. And there's a double kind of task that kind of spirit nudges when we get the Eight of Cups. One is look at your relationships and where are you investing a lot of energy and someone not giving back consistently. Like you're giving 80 and 90% all the time, maybe even 100, and someone's giving 0, 10, or 20% all the time. And it's like it's time to back off of those or just stop investing altogether. See if they drift away or if they, you know, if they're like, where are you going? Wait, and see if it's worth doing it. It's not playing games, it's just managing your emotional energy. And same thing, the other thing is looking at uh, emotions that are being suppressed and pushed down below the surface because that all takes energy too. And the reason they're having you do all this is to be available for this love that will be offered because your emotional bank is overdrawn. You're giving too much to emotions below the surface and to other people where you're keeping these relationships alive when if you back off to 50% and they don't give, then that drifts away, then you can just take back the full amount that you were giving. There might even be some where you're like, "Nope, I'm taking that to 0," and you don't have to send them a cancel notice. "Our friendship is canceled." No, you can just back off and just see what, you know, start retaining emotional energy so that you can be ready for this. So that's what spirit has for you, Minihil. I like it. Right, so many blessings to you. We'll grab the whole screen here. All right. And then we have motivation. So, what great news is on the way in the next 3 weeks? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What great news? All right. All right. Yeah, whatever drama has been going on here with this 5 of Wands, there seems to be a lot of conflicting energy going on around you. But it looks like here in the next 3 weeks, you really balance things out. You see things clearly, and with all that clarity you cut away some fears and beliefs. And the 7 of Wands is like you stepping up and moving up into this place of like you don't dim your light, you don't ask permission to shine, you're not afraid of what everyone's going to think. You're like, there's all this drama, all this conflicting energy. I'm going to be me and I'm going to step forward and I'm cutting away these thoughts. I'm getting out of my head about the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be. And you're allowing yourself to step forward in new ways. And it's all right. You're like, I don't care about what everyone does. I'm tired of being conflicted of I want to do this, but I'm afraid that how people will react and be. And you're just like, all right, I had enough. I gotta be me. I'm gonna let myself pursue what I want and be who I want to be. I like this. It's definitely a good thing. There's freedom that comes with this. So I like it. I like it. Making choices because of what you want to do, not because what you think you're supposed to do, is very highlighted there. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you. All right. Perfect. I love it. So it does bring in some great things there, motivation. Yeah, you are very welcome. All right. And then Dollface Diva, a general for the weekend. All right, let's take a look here. General, what does Spirit want you to know for the weekend? All right. You've got this balancing energy with the King of Cups, the balance between your head and your heart. And the Fool card, which is like this adventure, this freedom, this leaping off. And I like this kind of energy for this weekend. It's like Spirit saying, you know, get out of your head and into your heart, follow your heart. And there's this adventure that opens up and it allows you, you know, this feeling of openness instead of, you know, feeling like restriction with supposed tos and shoulds and It's like getting out of that and into the heart and allowing yourself to go on some adventures, enjoy some adventures, do things differently, take a different route somewhere, go to a different grocery store, go to different whatever, and just go, I'm going to go experience some new things. And there's this freedom, this escape that it rattles things below the surface. And it's a good thing for you here. So I feel like it's important for you to kind of change things up a bit with all that. Right? So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then I did have a donation, I think, pop up here. Let me just scroll down here. Yay, thank you so much, Wit. Let me give that some love and a like since it lets me here. Appreciate your donation. And you want to know what are Be the Sag's current feelings for Whitney the Scorpio? All right. Let's find out what's going on here. All right. So, what is going on with the Sagittarius? Okay, do it to this one, and then this one, then that one, but this one first. Okay. All right. Well, there is some. Well, it's very Sagittarius feelings, because the 10 of Cups, joy overflowing, which is very Sagittarius. My dad's a Sagittarius, my host is Sagittarius, I have another friend who's Sagittarius, and they're always just so silly and funny, and they communicate a lot through memes, and it's all humor and dark humor, wide variety of humor. So there is a lot of joy and celebration just naturally within them, and I feel this is coming through. They just have this feeling of togetherness and joy that is here. So it feels like that is there. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what the other details are that come in here. All right. We got the 8 of Wands, so there's a lot of passionate energy that's here. So that's energetic and physical attraction. So the the heat is on. They're in heat. I don't know. But so there is definitely attraction and passion that's there. So that is there. Let's see what else they have here. They do have here this 6 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. th- these came out together. The 6 of Swords is about leaving behind like old ways of thinking to move into new ways of thinking, movement of energy, and with change of mindsets, that this moves to the outside world. And the King of Pentacles is this feeling of abundance and fullness. So I feel like they're really changing their how, in a positive way, seeing things from a different perspective. And even the Hanged Man is here, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. That was on the bottom of the deck too. But they're just seeing things differently, transformation, their thoughts, and I wouldn't say motivations, just their thoughts and perception of you has been changing. Not that it was bad to start off with or anything like that. I just feel like they are going through this change and they're realizing there's so much more to you than I even could imagine. And uh, I feel like it could be a little intimidating. Let me see what these other cards are here. Here's that transformation I was talking about here, which is, um, they're like, it's like they're a caterpillar in a cocoon, and you're already a butterfly on the outside, you know, and it's like one of those see-through cocoons, and they can see you, and they're like, damn, you're already out of your cocoon, and they're seeing your beautiful wings, and they're seeing you from a completely different place because they're in the middle of their transformation too, this inner transformation. Yeah. So they have the World card. They are ending old cycles and beginning new adventures with all this. So I like this energy that's coming in, but I also understand the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, which is kind of, you might feel things are kind of at a slow pace. Come on, you're like, snap, snap, let's go. But you can't rush a caterpillar in a cocoon. If you cut them out too early, they can't fly, and you don't want to carry another butterfly. You're like, take your time. You're going to need your wings, boy, because we're going to fly and go do stuff. So you need to transform. I will give you the space to transform. It's worth the wait with all this here. Yeah, because here's the death and the rebirth. So they are going through this rebirth. The Queen of Swords, they are balancing head and heart. So I like that. It's like they're getting out of this, you know, being stuck in their head and, you know, um, but they're so ready for adventure. Sagittarians also, they love to travel. They love learning new things, especially foreign things. And so I feel like they're getting themselves prepared, and then uh definitely, you've got this you know butterflies can migrate and go 1,000 miles, right? So there is this adventure kind of energy that's coming in, but I do feel like it's worth the wait. And the Queen of Swords, I mean, you've got all this energy. They are very compatible for you. I feel like in a lot of ways. You have the Ace of Cups, so you got the love that's filling up and overflowing. The King of Cups, it's interesting when you look at the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Excuse me, on the outside, they may not look um, like compatible, but the queens are all given a portion of cups, and all the kings are given a portion of swords. So behind the scenes, the Queen of Swords has a cup as well, and the King of Cups behind the scenes has a sword. So on the surface, people might look and go, "What? You guys really get along?" And you're like, "Oh my God, you won't." Especially the more you get to know each other, there's like this you know, connection that people don't get. And that's part of this transformation too, as they share more of their, um, you know, inner inner self. The more you realize, wow, there's a lot more to you than I thought too, which is cool. Plus, you guys have this past life connection with the Queen of Cups. She's a dual queen. She gets into the subconscious, and the Six of Cups is one of my past life connection types of cards. So, there's a lot of emotion that happens below the surface that I feel like you will have picked it up already. Being a Scorpio, you're connected to your water really well, so you know that the depths of stuff that's there. And you're all about transformation anyway, right? You're the master of transformation with Scorpios. You guys start off as scorpions, and then you transform into snakes who are able to shed their skin. Still got to watch their venom. A scorpion just stings. You move too quick, sting. You said something with a little bit of tone, sting. But then you evolve to a snake, which still, they are all about peeling away and growing and shedding the skin, but they can still strike and have venom. Just they're not as quick to do it. And then you evolve to an eagle, and the eagle is able to fly away above the clouds and above the storms, and they have really sharp, being able to see things, but they can also dive down and protect what is important to them, and then fly back up. Ultimately, Scorpios transform into phoenixes, which is the transformation, which is the burning of things. Yep, and then the beautiful phoenix, yeah. So, you are all about the transformation, and you're used to it, and you're like, but you're also the master of it, so other people who aren't masters of change, it's like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Okay, no, not yet, alright." It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. And it is worth the wait. But I do feel like to come back to the past life connection, you do feel like this undertow of like, what is this? There's something deeper beyond this lifetime that we have, and you do in many lifetimes. But you are privy to that connection and you understand it and you can feel it. They're kind of still a little bit like, what is this? Kind of energy. But they're catching on, they're catching up, um, which is important. They'll never be completely where you're at, right? But um, but they're definitely transforming. So hopefully that makes sense there. They do have that, yeah, even the bottom of the deck. They do feel it's an important relationship. And there's a lot of emotion below the surface, and they get it that, they're realizing, like I said, that how compatible you guys really are, even though in the beginning it didn't seem that way. And they're like, wow, because they'll, in that King of Cups and the Queen of Swords, one person will be seen as emotional, the other person will be seen as intelligent in their head, and both will think each other. One doesn't have emotion, the other doesn't really think deeply about stuff like I do. And then you guys start talking and they share emotion, and you're like, what was that? Did you just express emotion? And they're like, what was that? Did you just have this epiphany and stuff? And you're like, yeah, all the time. And they're like, what about this? And da da da. And you get open up to great conversations, and you also open up to sharing deep emotion. That's part of the transformation that's happening too. So I like it, Wit. Hopefully it's what you're wanting. Otherwise, you're like, restraining order. I'm just kidding. but but that's what's coming in for you, Wit. So hopefully that helps with your journey and adventure. And I love that. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right. So we had left off with the free readings at Carmel Demon 24. You want to know, is DL thinking of you and why? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. Is he thinking of you and why? All right. Well, there's the why. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay. So they definitely are thinking of you. We've got the master thinker here with Capricorn, Saturn energy. So big thinking about a lot of stuff. And they're thinking about you because of the star card. They're getting a lot of clarity around, what does a dream come true? Whoops, there's some nakedness there. Sorry. What does the dream come true? What is that? What's the definition of that? What does this mean for me? And so you're part of the thinking of things, and how they're looking at the whole big picture of their life. Not the only person, not the only thing, but you're part of the huge undertaking that's going on in this computer brain of theirs, that with whatever's going on in there. So they are thinking of you, but more in context of their life, as this giant puzzle, like 1,000-piece puzzle, and you're one of the pieces amongst it, and they're aware of you, and they're just trying to see where everything fits in their life and trying to understand it, if that makes sense. So interesting, but that's what they have for you there. So many blessings. All right, very good. I'm so glad, Wit. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. And then let's see, we did that one. We did that one. So Felicia Feng, hello, hello. Long time no see. So Felicia, I am well. I hope you are well. You know, how will the relationship go for X and you in the next 3 months? Currently no contact. Well, let's see what's going on here with X. All right. So let's see what we got here. You know, there's a lot of interesting energy. You got the 3 of Pentacles, which is about being true to our authentic selves. And we have the moon energy, which is also Mother Luna and caring for oneself and hidden things being revealed and the true us coming to the surface here. I just feel like they're on this journey, and it's a good mirror for you too, because you've been on this journey of self-discovery and movement in your own life as well. But I feel like these next 3 months is very much still trying to figure out who am I, what do I want, and things bubbling to the surface, and then more bubbles to the surface, and then more bubbles to the surface. So I like the transformative energy that's coming in because there's a lot of growth there, and especially this Three of Pentacles being true to one's authentic self. There's a lot of good clarity coming in there, but I don't feel like there's a ton of contact. I feel like it's really both of you are focused inward and what's bubbling up and what's bubbling up and expressing it to the outside world, but not necessarily to each other, but just to the world to see what do people think of that. All right, that's good. Let me bring up more. What about that? And you're like taking these, both of you are taking these steps of being truer and truer to your authentic self, and you're testing it with the world. But I just feel like it's a time here over these next 3 months. The time is flying by so quick anyway, but I feel like it's a time of that kind of reflection. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. So hang in there, my dear. Enjoy the transformation. Yay! All right. So many blessings to you. And then JJJ, you want to know, will you like the new job that you're applying for? How hard will you think it will be? All right, let's take a look here. So this new job, would you enjoy it? Right. Will you like it? And then how hard will it be? All right. All right. So you like it here. I feel like it's a little bit of a growth for you with the Eight of Swords. This is a good card. Well, I mean, all tarot is good cards, but this is a smooth card. Eights, even numbers are good flow. And this is you having become aware of what of your own old mindsets had made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And so I feel like this job that you're applying for allows you to expand, allows you to grow, allows you to stretch yourself and get outside of these fears that have been limiting you. And I feel like it feels like an adventure for you. So I don't think it's going to be feel hard. The full card is the first card in the major arcana. It's leaving behind old cycles, old ways, and starting something that feels like an adventure instead of like a task. So I feel like you will like this because it causes growth, but also it, makes you really excited and enjoying this newfound freedom to be you and to allow yourself to grow. So I like it for you. So that's what's coming in for you, JJJ. So many blessings to you. And then Starfall, hello, hello. General reading for August, absolutely. And of course, August monthlies are out, so be sure to check those as well. There's a lot of detail for each individual zodiac sign. And let's see here. What else did they want you to know about August? All right. Well, you got a kind of a confliction in a way, because you have the King of Swords who rules over swords, but gets a second portion of swords being a king. So they're the masters of thinking, thinking, thinking. Then you got the moon, the ruler of emotion. So you got the ruler of thought and the ruler of emotion clashing here. Battle between your head and your heart. And it could represent also an individual. It can manifest as that in your life too, because sometimes we're so much in our head that we don't realize it, and we need an adversary to represent him so that we can see it in our human eyes. Why are they being blah 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 blah? Oh, wait a minute, this is a mirror. Okay, I'm in my head. Oh, so I feel like it's a big uh clarity comes in, a lot of clarity, a lot of hidden things brought to the surface. And moons are very important, so pay attention to the new moons and full moons in the month of August as well. I feel like they're very transformative. In fact, the new moon pick a card just came out this week. You might check that out. And then we'll be having the full moon in Aquarius. Ooh, that'll be coming up too. And eclipse season starting. So we got a lot of energy to be aware of as well. All right. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings. And then Day Sturgis, you are up next. And you want to know, will everything come together? Isn't that like either a Beatles song or the Monkees from back in the day? Come together. All right. In a way, and in a way not. You have the two threes. You have the three of swords, which is expectations equal disappointment. But the three of pentacles is about you being true to your authentic self. And so what that tells me is that things will come together, but unexpected, not the way you expect, because the way you're expecting things to come together can have human small t truths rooted in fear around it, saying, well, this is what it means when it comes together. It must fit this. And your soul and spiritual team and everything is like, but that's not what we want for you. This is what is for your highest good. Even though this, in our minds, we've been told this is the way things come together, but the way things come together is going to be perfect for you. You may not just see it right away. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you, Day Sturgis. So they will come together, just not the way that you think they're supposed to come together. It's like trying to put a puzzle together and go, no, this piece is supposed to be here. And they're like, actually, it fits over here. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that is much easier, you know? So I feel like that's what's coming in there. Your spirit guides are funny. But anyway, so that's what they have, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And just scrolling down here. So we've done those. We've done those. Done those. Done all those. All right. I think we are down to here. So KVH, if you hand your notice in, will they still pay you for July? All right, let's take a look here. If you hand your notice in, will they still pay for July? You know, you've got here the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And, you know, trust your gut and trust your instinct. The Hierophant is your higher self, bringing in clarity and showing you your answers. And the High Priestess, of course, she's very in tune with spirit. And I just feel like there's such a connection with your higher self and your inner gut instinct that I feel like you know the answer. I mean, they're not telling me with this. Well, not like in so many words, like yes or no, but they're like, trust your gut, trust the timing and when you do it. Because I feel like you already know that, yeah, they will, is kind of the energy I feel. Because, you know, they'll, I don't know if you're in the United States, but there are labor laws and there are things that have to be done a certain way. And you might even research, look into the hidden and the unknown, see things from the higher perspective. Is there rules that you can look at? Is there an employee handbook? You can go, what is the rule regarding this? There's got to be, if you're under contract or if you're, you know, there's an employee handbook. Look at that, but overall, trust your connection to spirit and your intuition with all that. I feel like they will, but they're also saying do your due diligence and and looking at, like, if you give notice a certain amount of days, there might be some rules like that you need to be aware of. So that's what they have for you, KVH. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Ateshi Singh, you whoa, grabbing the whole screen here. You are up. And so you want to know SSP's current energy towards you. Let's take a look here. Current energy towards you. Okay. They kind of go in cycles here, right? It almost feels like they're a rubber band. And this Leo energy, the strength card that comes in here, it's like they like hanging around, so that's when they draw close. But then they sense that there's a cage and they don't want to be caged, so they cycle back out. It's like a rubber band. I'm here, I'm gone. I'm here, I'm gone. It's like they're like close and far away, close and far away. But that has to do with this fear of being caged, and they don't want to be a caged animal. So, they've got that kind of energy that's there. So hopefully that makes sense, Ateshi. That's the current energies that are going on right now. So the more free you can be in non-caging, the more attractive it is. But if there's like, and it doesn't even have to be anything that you do, quite honestly, because they've got so much cagey fears up here that they're going to see cages where there aren't cages. But anything you do that's about expectations and things like that will just make them withdraw until they get brave again, and then they come back. So this cycle I feel like about, so that's what's coming in. Right, so many blessings to Ateshi. And then Infinity, hello, energy between you and your Virgo. Did I let him down? Does he still want to be in my life? Let's take a look here, Infinity. Hey, Felicia, you're welcome. All right. Oops. Cover up that. Can't have the nudity here. So you've got both the star card of Aquarius, which is ruled by the suddenness of Uranus, and the Tower, the suddenness of things that come in here, the sudden removal. But, I don't feel like there's disappointment, because the star card also represents like what a dream come true is. And I just feel like they're with this tower, with this strike, and with the star card coming in, it just feels like their their clarity of like a dream come true. um it just feels like their life is being rattled a little bit. And I just feel here, Infinity, um that there's this trust that comes in here. And I like this for you because I know this growth can suck sometimes. But when we realize the tower, that whatever is meant for us never passes us by. If someone or something gets removed out of our life, it's building that trust, knowing that it is for me. And when we can build that trusting relationship, then we're like, you know what? If because I used to be really afraid. I used to be a huge people pleaser and used to like um, wear myself out trying to make sure I didn't disappoint people, or I wanted them to like me, and I would overpay and overgive. And no, 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 I'll pay for dinner. No, I'll pay for this. No, my treat. I'd always, because I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to disappoint. Well, then I started evolving, much to the demise of a lot of people in my life, because I was like, yeah, if I do something and someone rejects me out of their life, I thank them. Thank you for showing me who you are, and I can now have that space for someone who deserves the space in my life. And that's the kind of thing that happens. And I like the evolution and the growth of this, and that's why I feel like that they're kind of leaving it a little bit vague for you. so that you can really grasp that and go, it's a growing pain, I know. And it's like, but what if everyone rejects me out of their life? Wow, then it's a great big purge, which leaves a lot of space at the table for us to be more selective of people that match our energy. And we thank the universe for, like the old country song, I thank God for unanswered prayers because I can trust, and I've learned to trust the creator that when things get moved out, I'm like, oh, I see why that was moved out. Because now this is moving in and it's so much more. You ever see the little meme where there's a little child with a small little teddy bear, the arms falling off, it's missing an eye, it's just got a thread here, it's dirty. And behind this giant person's back, they have this brand new huge teddy bear. They're asking, here, give that to me, and I'll give you this. And I feel like that's what they're just wanting to show and bring in there. So that's what they have for you, Infinity. I like where this growth is taking you. So I like that. All right. And then buddy, you are up next. So you want to know, does your ex think about me? Did she really love me or was it fake? All right. So let's take a look here and see what messages they have for you, buddy, here. Okay. Whoop. You know, we've got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from emotions that no longer serve. So there was emotion there. And even the 7 of Pentacles is, the it's last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but when the fruit starts to grow, sometimes we've changed in the meantime and we're like, well, that's not the fruit I want. It's not bringing me what I thought it would. And so I don't feel like it was fake. I feel like it was real. I don't feel like, with that 8 of Cups, like, walking away, I don't feel like she's a look backer. I feel like she's just looking for the next thing that is supposed to fulfill her. Eventually, she'll realize that it's her unhappiness was in here, not out here with you. It was in here with herself. And I feel like that's kind of a mirror that Spirit's kind of putting back too is, do you think about you? Do you really love yourself or is it fake? It's a good thing to look at and go, where is your self-love and where are those energies? Like the 8 of Cups for you, with them mirroring it back to you, is about you releasing the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and that don't serve you anymore, and that these relationships and emotional energies that you're investing both in people of the outside world where you overgive and emotions below the surface that you suppress and push down. There's a lot of energy you can bring back to yourself to prepare you and to raise your love vibration so that you don't draw in another mirror that will reflect back to you the same thing, right? So you can look at and go, when I look at them, what did I see? That's my mirror for me to go, how am I that to myself? How have I abandoned me? How have I left me behind? And then you're like, wow, there's a lot of growth there, which I like for you. But that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings, buddy. And then Mika Khan, you want guidance about should you do it or not? All right. So should you stay or should you go? Let me see. Let me shuffle these back up again. Let's see who else we have here too. I'm getting close to the ending here. So we got Fin. I think we just got a couple more to go here. We should be able to finish everyone out here. So Mika, let's see. Should you stay or should you go? Should you do it or not? All right. Well, you've got all of this Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Cups, and then the Justice card balancing between the seeing things from a higher perspective, from a lower perspective. And it with this energy here, it's like I don't think it matters. Quite honestly, it's 9, 10, 11. The 9 of cups, the wheel of fortune, the 10, the justice card, 11. There's things are progressing, and I feel like you're heading in a direction of fate. Fate's wheel is turning. There's a fated event, one of the few in your life that's coming up, and whether you do it or not, it's not gonna matter. So you get to decide for you. They're like, "It's not gonna impact this next thing. Um, there's not enough of a difference between if you do it or not, that's going to impact what direction you end up going into your fate that's coming up." So they're like, "Do what you want." They're like, "There's no wrong answer. There's no right and there's no wrong. There's just a choice with experience." And neither one is hugely related to the fate that's about to unroll in a positive way. Wheel of Fortune, not to scare you. "Oh my god, what does that mean? You're gonna grow horns and a tail." No, but there's, great energy coming in here in the future, and whatever this is that you're wanting to know about isn't gonna make a difference. Fate's gonna take you in a direction anyway. So do what you want for right now, but I feel like you're about to be the mothership is about to come and take you somewhere. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Mika. So many blessings. All right. And then Fin, I think you are it. Yeah. So Fin, you want to know why are you in a delusion? Why am I in a delusional zone instead of seeing reality while accessing the Akashic records? Oh, that's right. So you're getting into this wonderful Akashic vibrational things here. So why in a delusional? Well, it this realm is the illusion, the Akashic records, and the you know that's the reality, right? This whole all of these are projections. This is not reality. We're just a bunch of energy that's all together here, right? So let's take a look here. Yeah. So I do feel like you're learning here too with the Tower card. There are things being moved and things um, being adjusted for you here. The Six of Pentacles is the scales are being adjusted, being moved here. And I don't know if I shared the Six of Pentacles with you before or not, but it can have a little bit to do with your and I'm going to give you both of these because these go so much together here. We got episodes 4 and 5 of Take 10 with Zen, which episode 4 is about our energy and where we focus it. And then the Six of Pentacles has to do with our worthiness that's below the surface, too. So I feel like there's a little bit of static that's going on when you're going in, which is normal and natural, like anything. When we have any lower vibrational energies, it's staticky, it's loud, it's hard for us to have clarity in the spiritual. And so when we start going into wonderful places like the Akashic records, into the spirit realm, into things that make our little child feel unsafe and out of control, it'll go into fight or flight mode, which is very staticky, which takes us into like delusion, right? Takes us into our head and our fears instead of that. We're reading a book in our praying mantis, which we're about to head off to here in about 5 minutes. Um, and she talks about that we've got our left brain thinkers and right brain thinking, and then left and right brain emotions. This side of our humanity is all about the fear and the structure. These connect us to the higher realms. And so when we're connecting here and this one freaks out, whoop, 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 and then shuts all these out, and we go into the fear zone. And I feel like that there's just some working out of some um, old emotional things to transform that help your inner child feel safe and in control and open to going in those. That will help with all that too. But I feel like that's what's going on is some of this stuff is being removed out of the pipeline so it doesn't influence and impact your connection into the Akashic records. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you right now. Fin, so thank you for your question. I love your adventure into the Akashic records. All right, and that is everyone. So we got through all the free readings with like 5 minutes to spare. So thank you guys again for all of the thumbs up, all the love, and all the support. If you haven't checked out the other readings that we put out, we have the Leo new moon alert is out for next week. We've got Leo season, pick a card, and then also happy birthday to all you Leo sun babies. There's a bonus 3-month reading there for you. If you haven't checked out the Lionsgate portal, it's going to be a huge energy coming up on August 8th. So it's going to impact us for a full year till next year. And these talk about the 8 portals that can help us throughout the year in getting there. Also, we have August monthlies out there if you have not checked those out. And then also the solstice relationship readings. Those are 3-month readings from the winter summer solstice. That was June 22nd. Yeah, so we still have 2 months left in it. And it breaks it out by single and looking, married, or relationship, and then happy hermits. So there covers all bases there. And then don't forget to check out one of our cozy Care Bears, Sue. She talks about water healing and water wisdom and bringing water into healing modalities. So some great information there. So that is what we have, everybody. So be sure to check those out. And I'll be back. Oops, lost my slipper here. I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.